Are you considering refinancing your home? You might want to hold off just before the weekend. The average 30-year fixed-rate mortgage hit a 17-month high at just over 4.1%. The rate is more than half a percentage point higher from an average on Election Day, an increase that's moving in tandem with the 10-year Treasury yield as well. Sudden jump for the 10-year Treasury. That's bad news for borrowers and lenders. Joining me right now, PwC's partner Mitch Roschelle joining us. Mitch, good to see you.
Thanks, Maria.
Thanks so much for being here. So the election results already impacting the housing industry. How do you see it? Characterize things for us right now.
So within minutes of the election, rates started going up. The bond market started selling off. And I think the belief is that Yellen's going to raise the middle of December.
Yeah.
And it's bumped up the 25 basis points or a quarter of a point that everybody's expecting rates to go up. So.
I mean, the meeting is on December 14th. Last week, Yellen said to us, yeah, rates are going to move up relatively soon. But that doesn't mean we're going to see a string of rate increases in 2017. What do you think?
No, I don't think you will, but I think it's going to be gradual. Anything that isn't a quarter point here, a quarter point there, well telegraphed by the Fed, could scare the ever-living daylights out of the market. But if it's gradual and as expected, I think that that's okay.
What do you do if you're looking to refinance right now?
Refinance right now.
Yeah. Just refinance right now at these rates.
At these rates.
Lock it in.
Lock it in. Although an interesting thing is when the Fed acted last and they moved interest rates up a quarter of a point, there was a uptick in rates in anticipation of that. There was an uptick in rates after, and then within months it was down a half a point. So it was really, if you think about it, a 3/4 of a point swing from what we would have expected. So it's likely the 4 1/4 mortgage rate is probably where we're going to see things stabilize. Also, the rates on mortgages have a lot to do with the 10-year Treasury. It also has a lot to do with who's buying the mortgages. If you remember the financial crisis, mortgages are packaged and sold. So if they're packaged and sold and there's a good bid for those mortgage products in the market, it could keep rates stable.
I know real estate is really bifurcated depending on where you look across the country, but what would you say are the overriding trends right now going on in real estate?
Right now, so I think affordability is the #1 trend. So income levels, household income levels have not risen at the rate that home prices have risen. The reason why home prices have gone up, it's a simple case of supply and demand. We're not adding to new supply of homes at the rate that there is demand for new homes, so it's causing prices to go up. In fact, we have less than 5 months supply of both new and existing homes, and that's like the lowest level we've had since
lowest supply.
Lower supply. So low supply with demand, and demand is measured by something we call household formations. A household formation is when kids move out of their parents' house. It doesn't mean that they're going to buy a home, but they're in the housing market. They're opting to rent as opposed to buy. So rents are going up.
Right.
Home prices are going up. So affordability is a major challenge for the housing market.
I mean, when you look across the country right now in terms of where prices are, they've come up.
They've come up considerably.
Yeah, so are they too expensive?
They are, in some markets, absolutely too expensive, and in some markets, they're extremely affordable.
So what do you do then? Let's talk about when in those markets that are too expensive. Are you expecting things to come in? Should you wait before buying a house?
What's interesting is, and I've said it on the show before, I'm the worst market timer personally.
Yeah,
ever.
don't time it.
Don't try to time it.
Right.
That's never going to work. But what's interesting is if we see the new administration shift some regulations a little bit and make it a little bit easier for local banks. Local banks are the primary suppliers of mortgage product, so they may make borrowing a little bit easier, so that may be a good thing. And down payment's the biggest challenge that most Americans have. I would say wait a little bit, but don't wait too long. The other thing is, you saw the housing starts number a few days ago. It was the biggest boom in housing starts in quite a while. So maybe some more supply in the market available, maybe not for this coming spring buying season, but new product in the market may put a little bit of tailwind behind
Sounds like
buyers.
You think things are going to get better.
I'm always optimistic.
Yeah.
Always looking for the silver lining, too.
Mitch, good to see you.
Thanks, Maria.
Thanks so much. Mitch Roschelle there.